What's going on, guys? You'll notice there's a whole bunch of computer stuff in front of me, and you would be correct, because today I'm going to be doing some stuff. So basically, I've got a media center kind of PC down in my living room on the main TV that I use just for Netflix and movies and stuff like that. So basically, I just needed to do some maintenance on it, clean it up, and all that stuff. Which I waited way too long to do because this thing was filthy. But I've basically got it all pretty much cleaned up, as good as it's going to get. This is a pretty old system that I built around 3 years ago, mainly for gaming and stuff like that. And I've since upgraded and just threw that in there because it plays movies and everything just fine. Sweet. So let me just go over the parts. It's got a 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue, which is plenty of storage for movies and stuff like that. For the system, it has a Samsung 850 EVO, very fast solid state drive. Gonna get the job done. Everything's gonna run fast. It's gonna boot up quick as hell. Good stuff. I've got 4 sticks of 4 gigabyte Ripjaw Z RAM from G-Skill, and that's 16 gigs is plenty. Like I said, it was originally for gaming when I built it. Or did I say that? It was originally for gaming when I built it like 3 years ago. But everything's still going good with that. Plenty of RAM that's like overkill for movies. I've got a EVGA 750 Supernova. It's a Supernova 750 power supply. Plenty of extra power, and that is Gold Plus certified. So that's definitely going to get the job done as far as power is concerned. Onto the motherboard, I've got a ASUS 990FX Sabertooth revision 2.0, not the 1.0. And this is just an all-around awesome motherboard. Definitely gets the job done. Yeah, buddy. So that's that. What else? The processor. I've got a processor. This is the AMD FX 9370. I believe 4.2 gigahertz. I want to say. It does not say. So, yeah. Got a processor. Sweet. Also for graphics, I've got the MSI Radeon R9 270X. Again, really outdated system, but this is plenty for movies, and I think, my kid likes to play Minecraft and stuff like that, and he gets plenty of Minecraft frames and action out of this thing. No point in upgrading it at this point. I'm also adding some new fans. I pulled these out of another case that they were included in. These are Corsair SP120 fans. They're RGB. So the theme is basically red for this system, but if you ever wanted to change them, they are RGB, which brings me to this that I also pulled out of a case that it was included in. This is the Corsair SP lighting controller. This is not a fan hub, this is just an LED lighting controller that I'm going to use to control the LEDs on those SP fans. Not to be confused with the HD controller that looks pretty much exactly the same, which I had some issues with in the past. But I digress. So this is going to control the lighting. Pretty basic stuff. Cooling the CPU, because the 9370 is a freaking heat monster. I've got the Deep Cool Captain 360. That is a 360mm radiator. It's going to provide tons of cooling for that crazy hot processor. And yeah. That's it. Which brings me, last but not least, to the case. As soon as I move some of this stuff. And the case is the NZXT Source 210. Very, very big case. Hope you can see that. Extremely large, full-sized, full ATX tower. This thing has plenty of room, plenty of upgrade room, storage options, you name it. If they ever needed another hard drive or something in the future, this thing actually has tons of modular bays that's going to fit all this stuff in real good. So with that said, let's go ahead and start putting all this back together again. Let's do it. Okay guys, so you notice the cables are all kind of pulled apart somewhat again, and everything's not quite put together now. So an incident happened, and that would be this. If you guys can see that, the cables are scorched. They actually caught fire a little bit. Apparently there was a short in this fan somewhere, and it did this, and there was smoke everywhere. Luckily I immediately yanked the power cable out of the back of the computer, but this stuff's just garbage. It's scorched and ruined. I had to cut it out, yeah, so that happened, and to add to that, it looks like the CPU at some point stopped functioning. So, yeah, some issues. But you know, we'll get there. What's up, guys? So here's the built product. Obviously things didn't go smoothly, especially towards the end. The wiring short-circuited somehow and just torched the whole thing. I had to yank that out and go get some dingy old red LED fan to replace it. And after that, it looks like the CPU somehow died. So yeah, this is my first time killing a CPU and my first time catching my computer on fire. So yeah, that was a good time. Raging good time. With that said, yeah, that's a fail. And then another fail. So I have to order another processor. I don't think I'll do another 9370. I think I'm leaning towards a 8350 from AMD, just because it runs cooler and you still get pretty good performance out of it for gaming and anything like that. So yeah, that should about wrap it up, right? Wrong? Once I get that done and that part in, I will go ahead and do a power on and some testing of this thing. Maybe some benchmarks just so you guys can see that. Until then, this fail aside, to prove my worthiness on computer builds, I am going to be building for you a badass system real soon. Stay tuned, guys. If you liked my huge computer fail, feel free to leave a comment down in the section below, right around here. Like it, dislike it, whatever. And that should just about do it. If you want to see more of my crap, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks guys, until the next time, catch you later.